Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Hitlist. You can't escape your face on the news. Don't mess with fate. Locked up in prison, wood chipper running hot. Police on a mission, hope you don't get caught. Silver bracelets tight, get arrested tonight. In this endless fight, can't hide from the light. Lies and deception, caught in the storm. Future in question, nowhere left to run. Silver bracelets tight, get arrested tonight. In this endless fight, can't hide from the light. The choices you made, heading one way. No turning back, this price to pay. Oh! Lies and deception, caught in the storm. Future in question, nowhere left to run. Silver bracelets tight, get arrested tonight. In this endless fight, can't hide from the light. The choices you made, heading one way. No turning back, this price to pay. Oh yeah, no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. The choices you made, heading one way. No turning back, this price to pay.
Just when you thought you could turn your back and walk away, the dark cloud of human indignity follows you. You have no choice but to turn and look it in the eye. It's the sex offender hit list.
Former Omaha substitute teacher will now be listed as a sex offender. Erin Ward, she was sentenced in Douglas County today. A judge ordered her to serve 3 years probation. She pled no contest to child abuse as part of a plea deal. Last spring, Douglas County deputies arrested Ward after finding a student from one of the high schools she worked at in her car undressed.
A former Lucas County foster parent has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for sexual exploitation of a minor. Jeremy Chesser was sentenced today in federal court. According to the Department of Justice, Chesser sexually exploited a 2-year-old child and produced child pornography of the toddler in 2022. He then exploited a second minor who was 13 at the time. A search of Chesser's cell phone found evidence of child sexual abuse material involving 65 other minors. Investigators say he had been receiving and distributing child porn for more than 10 years before he was arrested. Chesser had previously been sentenced in Lucas County Court on separate child sex crimes.
Another Harris County resident and former Fort Moore contractor is headed to prison for possessing hundreds of files of child sexual abuse material on his phone. In July of 2022, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a tip about a person posting child pornography on X. Officials say they discovered 28-year-old Tariq Taylor was the person using it. Taylor was sentenced to 8 years in prison. He will also have to register as a sex offender upon his release.
Law enforcement have put out an arrest warrant for a man from Pepin County more than 2 years after getting a tip for a child pornography case. According to the criminal complaint, 61-year-old Stephen Edom from Durand has been charged with 10 counts of possession of child pornography. In November of 2022, members of the Pepin County Sheriff's Office say they got a tip for child pornography that was traced to Edom's house. Deputies say a search warrant was carried out at the house in February of 2023, and he admitted to investigators that he looked at child pornography accidentally. Electronics were seized from his home, and it wasn't until this month that a report confirmed he was in possession of more than 300 images of potential child porn. Deputies went to arrest Edom, but his house had burned down in September of 2024, and he currently has no known.
A St. Joseph man entered a guilty plea on January 24th to child molestation in a case involving a teenage relative. In a petition to enter the plea, Ronald Heffley, seen here, age 42, admitted to subjecting a child related to him to sexual contact in October of 2023. A probable cause statement said the victim, then aged 14, gave birth to a child with an unknown father in July of 2024. St. Joseph Police received a call from staff at Children's Mercy Hospital stating that genetic testing results show the baby's father is related to the mother. Heffley will be sentenced on March 14th and faces 5 to 15 years in prison on the charge. He remains in jail without bond.
Police in Manheim Township, Lancaster County now say a Leola man is facing charges after they say he had child pornography. Investigators say they arrested 53-year-old Chad Geist last Thursday following a report of a file suspected of containing child pornography. Police say they interviewed Geist and he denied having any child porn. Officers say they got a search warrant and found child porn on several devices taken from his home.
Well, the Central Texas Police Department is asking parents to prioritize children's social media and online safety after arresting more than a dozen suspected Johns for online solicitation of a minor.
News 10's Allie Cadlebar spoke with Lacey Lakeview Police about this ongoing sting and how to keep your child safe. Good morning.
Good morning. Behind me are 16 of the 18 people who the Lacey Lakeview Police Department have arrested and accused of online solicitation of a minor over just the past 5 months. Now, LLPD tells me it saw this large increase of kids in the area falling victim to this, causing the department to start a sting operation over the summer. Texas state law defines online solicitation of a minor as someone who uses online messaging to request a minor or someone who is believed to be a minor to meet and engage in a sexual act. They could not reveal too many details about this sting operation, but LLPD did tell me that they take on persona accounts posing as minors. So I want to take you through this. We actually recently reported on one of these cases. Lacey Lakeview Police posed as a 15-year-old girl on social media, and this man, Jesse Hernandez, they say messaged her. The girl said she was 15, and they say that he said, "Damn, too young." Police say the messages turned sexual, eventually Hernandez asking her to meet at a park where officers arrested him. Police say the goal of this whole sting operation is to prevent any child from falling victim online.
A lot of police work, it tends to be reactive in nature. We're trying to take the preventative approach here. Again, like I said earlier, it's one less, each one of these arrests to me is one less child that's being victimized in these types of situations. So the higher we can get those numbers, the better.
Now, Lacey Lakeview Police Department says parents should prioritize children's safety on social media. It says set those boundaries online, use those parental controls that you can find on app settings or device settings, have these open conversations with your child about the dangers of social media, especially messaging strangers. Reporting in studio, Ali Kadlabar, KWTX News 10.
Huntsville police are investigating a man who solicited a young girl to have sex with. 41-year-old John Hartley is facing electronic solicitation of a child charges, as well as violation of a domestic violence probation order. On Sunday, an officer says the young girl flagged down his car to tell them what happened to her. She claims Hartley solicited her for unwanted sexual activity. Huntsville police say she knows who the suspect was through a friend of hers. John Hartley sent a series of unsolicited messages to the girl requesting explicit photos and offering to exchange in sexual activity, all according to police. Police also say Hartley could face additional charges.
Panama City Beach man, is in the Bay County Jail tonight facing child sex charges. Bay County Sheriff's deputies arrested 44-year-old Damian Gulgar today, charging him with sexual battery on a child between 12 and 18. They say that Gulgar met the 16-year-old victim online on an anonymous hookup website for men. On January the 8th, she came forward allegedly telling authorities that she had sex with Gulgar in December. Investigators say they gathered information from Bayrock and the website to verify her story. Gulgar is being held on $75,000 bond.
I can't stress this enough. It's really media investigations that amplify the victims' voices, that, comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. And when that is absent in a society, the church gets to control its dark secrets and keep them to themselves. When reporters are determined to find out what's happening in this regard, victims win, justice wins. So what's happened in Chile, removed their statute of limitations on child sex crimes. There was an investigation by the government into the Catholic Church. There was just tremendous pressure on bishops to be more responsible and more transparent. I don't have any data to know of. Argentina, the same thing. We've been to Argentina with ending clergy abuse. And when we first researched it, when Pope Francis became Pope, because that's his home country, there was very little information, kind of like what's happened here in the Philippines. There's been, we published our database in different iterations. And once again, we just played a role because really the victory there goes to the survivors' organizations. When survivors start speaking out, and they're supported by the media, letting them have a voice, change happens.
A Luzerne County man will be serving up to 112 years in prison after being found guilty of multiple sexual assault and child pornography charges. 66-year-old Jack Covert was sentenced Tuesday to serve from 51 years to 112 years in prison with 21 years of probation. Covert was first arrested back in 2021 on child pornography charges.
And is heading to prison after accepting a plea deal in a child sex abuse case. Alexander Goodwin pleaded guilty to aggravated sexual battery against a minor and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. According to the Shelby County District Attorney's Office, the victim had suffered abuse since the age of 4. Authorities say they found disturbing images of the victim during a search of Goodwin's home. We're told the investigation started when the victim revealed the abuse to a friend.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson announced the arrest of a Mount Pleasant man on 10 charges connected to the sexual exploitation of minors. 45-year-old Darren Eugene Himes was arrested on Tuesday after investigators from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force received a cyber tip line report from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Himes possessed files of child sexual abuse material, according to the report, when he was arrested. He was charged with 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor in the 3rd degree. Himes was out on bond for a prior arrest on related charges in 2023. This case will be prosecuted by the state attorney general's office.
A recently retired teacher from Lisbon is out on bond after pleading not guilty to 75 counts of sex crimes involving minors.
We told you earlier this month the school district says the alleged crimes did not involve any students. James Watt taught at David Anderson Jr. Senior High for 43 years before retiring last year.
Leslie Huff was in the courtroom as Watt faced a judge who, if convicted, could put him in prison for the rest of his life.
James Watt making his first appearance in court since being indicted on charges of possessing lewd images of children. During the hearing, the retired Lisbon teacher appeared stoic in front of Judge Megan Bickerton as his attorneys entered him into a not guilty plea on all 75 felony charges.
I'd like to plead not guilty as to each count.
Earlier this month, police confiscated 18 devices from Watt based on information from a cyber tip.
Authorities say Watt possessed pornographic images of minors on October 22nd.
According to Columbiana County prosecutor Steve Yakavone, Watt is facing a maximum of 18 months for 60 counts of pandering obscene images involving children, along with a maximum of 12 months for 15 counts of illegal use of a minor in nudity-oriented material. With all charges combined, the 68-year-old could face a maximum sentence of 114 years if convicted. The former Lisbon STEM teacher retired last May. School officials assure no students were victimized during his employment. Watt is scheduled to return to court on February 13th for a pretrial hearing. With more local news, I'm Leslie Huff.
Corn emoji. Octopus emoji. Smiley face emoji. Bowl with spoons. Sun with face emoji.
Des Moines detectives say a man is in jail on grooming and sexual abuse charges after being accused of luring a 12-year-old girl away from home. Wednesday morning, officers say that they got a report of a missing girl in the Highland Park area. The girl's family found messages on Instagram where a man was trying to get her to skip school and meet up with him. Detectives' investigation led them to 21-year-old Sergio Silva Amato. Now, DMPD says that they also found Silva Amato and the child at a home about a mile away. Silva Amato was arrested and charged with 4 felonies.
Coverage you can count on begins with a Lincoln County commissioner and business owner under investigation.
The GBI confirming agents arrested Cooper Clyott yesterday. He has been released on bond.
Graham Lee joins us live outside the Lincoln County Courthouse with more details. Graham?
Well, Brad, Jenny, Cooper Clyott is the owner of Augusta Telephone, has also served as a Lincoln County commissioner for more than 15 years. Now, he has been under investigation by the GBI since last September, and talking to people here in Lincoln County, they say this entire situation certainly comes as a surprise.
I find it very hard to believe. Yeah. I mean, that's how well known that I've known him in throughout the years. Now I'm talking many years, and I find that very hard to believe.
Jim Reese says he's lived 2 doors down from Clyott for more than 2 decades.
I would say probably just like family. He's always been a super nice guy, super upstanding fellow.
The GBI says Clyott surrendered Tuesday night after a grand jury indicted him on 2 counts of child molestation. Walker Norman is chairman of the Board of Commissioners.
Cooper Clyott's 78 years old, and he's had a good reputation for 78 years. And I've had multiple calls, lots of calls, from not only in Lincoln, but the surrounding counties, and they're all shocked.
Norman also says the charges couldn't come at a worse time. Longtime Commissioner Larry Collins died just 2 weeks ago after serving on the board for more than 20 years.
It's a blow to lose 38 years worth of experience on the county commission. I don't care where you are. Now, we have 2 commissioners. Commissioner Henderson started his 7th year in January, and Commissioner Stankersley started his 5th year in January. So you got 2 commissioners that could be gone that's got more experience than the other 2 commissioners combined. I'm going to support Commissioner Clyott until he either tells me that he had made a bad mistake or until he's convicted of the crime.
Now, Clyde is still on the commission representing District 3 here in Lincoln County, but Norman tells me if he is found guilty on his charges, he would not return to commission meetings and commission duties. There's also no court date set at this time for Clyde. Live in Lincolnton, Graham Lee, WJBF News Channel 6.
We're following breaking news live at 5. A man has been arrested in Gilmer County accused of using AI to create sexually explicit photos of high school students.
Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett is at the First Alert breaking news desk. And Carly, these details just so disturbing.
Tracy Blair, I've been reading through this release sent by the Gilmer County Sheriff's Office. They say Ronald Richardson is in jail tonight, charged with multiple counts of sexual exploitation of children. They say he refilled the vending machines at Gilmer High School, but was not a school employee. It was brought to police attention when a student said Richardson approached her asking if she would text him pictures. Well, she reported that, and investigators found edited images of children's pictures in Richardson's possession that they say he used from the social media pages of students and used AI to alter them and make them appear nude. The sheriff's office says they are continuing to notify parents tonight if their child's image comes up in this investigation. Blair?
Carly, thanks so much.
2 men there have been charged with the sexual exploitation of a minor. They're identified as 28-year-old Christopher Comer and 20-year-old Matthew Loveridge. Investigators say the 2 distributed files of child sexual abuse material. Both were booked at the Lexington County Jail.
California rules of court. A tip led detectives to perform an investigation into an alleged sex child abuse case. After investigating, officers arrested 35-year-old Daniel Johnson and 33-year-old Jessica Baker.
So we learned that Daniel Johnson had information in regards to a video where the child in the video was observed doing sexual acts on Jessica Baker. We conducted a further investigation and determined that the child had been a victim of both of them for multiple years. And then subsequently, she became a victim of Daniel Johnson as well.
Johnson and Baker used to be married. Both faced a judge this afternoon and are facing 3 penal code violations. They say Johnson and Baker forced the child to wear revealing clothing and model for them before the abuse escalated further. Investigators say the videos found are very disturbing.
I love my job. It is tough. It has its moments, of course, but we do it for the kids. We want the best for them.
Detectives tell us the 9-year-old child is one of the suspect's children. The victim and other children living in the home are now in protective custody.
We just want to let the public know that if they're ever been a victim of sexual abuse, to come forward to let us know what happened. We're here to listen, we're here to investigate, and we're here to protect them.
Both Baker and Johnson are in custody and are being held on $300,000 and $500,000 bails, with their court date set for February 11th. Covering local news that matters, Cedric Hood, Fox 40 News.
A fugitive child sex offender on the run from authorities since 2016 was arrested in Capitola this morning. George Paul Bishop was taken into custody by Capitola police with help from U.S. Marshals. Bishop had been living in Capitola under the alias of Brody Levesque. According to police, he is a violent child sex predator with a history of producing and distributing child pornography and sex trafficking.
A Mount Pleasant man accused of possessing child sexual abuse material has now been charged. 45-year-old Darren Himes is facing 10 felony counts of sexual exploitation of minors in the 3rd degree. Investigators with the Charleston and Mount Pleasant-based Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force arrested Himes after receiving a tip. Himes was reportedly out on bond at the time of his arrest. If convicted, Himes faces up to 10 years in prison for each count. A Myrtle Beach man who was a teacher with the Georgetown County School District has been arrested on 5 charges connected to the sexual exploitation of a minor. We want to show you 47-year-old Nathan Horsley. According to a release from the South Carolina Attorney General's office, the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force made that arrest yesterday. We have reached out to the Georgetown County School District for comment. School officials say Horsley is a teacher at McDonald Elementary School. He has been placed on administrative leave since his arrest. He remains behind bars and is being held without bond.
Spend the next 15 years behind bars after pleading guilty to a child molestation charge. According to Vicksburg Daily News, Justin Melzer entered a guilty plea last week in Warren County Circuit Court. Melzer was indicted back in 2022. At the time, he was 19 years old, and the victim was said to be under 12 years old. Melzer was given a $15,000 bond. His sentencing is expected sometime next month.
Police are searching for a suspect accused of sexually assaulting a 5-year-old girl inside a home in Staten Island, New York. The incident occurred on January 22 around 5:38 a.m. in the Port Richmond neighborhood near Richmond Terrace and Sharp Avenue. The suspect, Dominique Giles, 30, allegedly attacked the child, who was known to him, and then fled the scene on foot. The young victim was taken to Richmond University Medical Center for evaluation after the disturbing incident. This is not the first time Giles has been in trouble with the law. In April, he was arrested for allegedly choking and assaulting his girlfriend, as well as damaging her phone, in the Brighton Heights neighborhood of Staten Island. He was charged with felony criminal mischief and assault. The NYPD has released Giles' mugshot in the hopes of catching him. He was last seen wearing a black hooded jacket. Anyone with information about this case is urged to contact the NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS 8477 or submit their tips online at the Crime Stoppers website.
Breaking news out of Tift County. We have learned that a former paraprofessional was arrested late yesterday evening. And let's go ahead and get you to the latest information that we've got again overnight from the Tift County Schools and Tift County Police. And that is 35-year-old Andrew Lee O'Kelly was taken into police custody without incident and placed in the Tift County Jail. He's being charged with a felony count of sexual battery against a child under 16 and criminal attempt to commit felony child molestation. Now, you may remember back on Friday, we reported this incident after seeing social media posts regarding allegations against the employee. Well, were able to confirm that through the Chief of Communications and Community Engagement at Tift County Schools, confirming that the school placed O'Kelly on administrative leave and was cooperating with the Tift Police Department's investigation. We also received a statement there from Tift County Schools, and we'll go ahead and take that for you, saying, quote, over the Christmas break, Tifton Police informed Tift County Schools of a report from a parent at Northside Elementary School involving an accusation against a paraprofessional. After notifying the police, the parents subsequently informed school administrators of the situation. The superintendent of Tift County Schools, Natalie
Fire chief has been booked into jail for allegedly sharing child pornography. Brigham City police got a tip from the Utah Attorney General's Internet Crimes Agents Children's Task Force. Brady Hansen was booked into the Box Elder County Jail on 8 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. Police confirmed he is the Tree Mountain fire chief, but the fire department declined to comment as to his status.
Here we go. Conrad von Hohenstaden, Archbishop of Cologne from 1238 to 1261, memorialized forever by this lovely sculpture on the site of Cologne City Hall, the oldest city hall building in Germany. Looks kind of innocent, not too bad. But what? I don't know. What's this down here? Let's take a closer look. See what that really is. Oh. No. Is that somebody's butt and some hands there? Pulling their gown up? That's what it kind of looks like. And some sort of a little demonic looking creature over here. Let's take a closer look at it. That's what you're looking at. This is on the side of a cathedral. Disgusting.
Kid with a kid, you don't want to do that, do you?
No, I don't. I could get in huge trouble.
I know. You get me in trouble.
How would you get in trouble?
Well, they'll find out who done it, and then I end up going to jail.
How are you?
I'm fine, you?
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm actually not the 15-year-old man, so we could have a conversation.
Hi.
Oh my god, you scared me. Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be right there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanna go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You said she had bleeding hips.
You're right, and I have an
You
issue.
told a 13-year-old you went to take a shower with her. You said you told a 13-year-old you had an experience with the other couple and you enjoyed sucking.
Where are you parked?
Over there, by the food area.
On the other side? I'm gonna walk you back to your car and, you can get out of here. We'll see about that, but.
Relax.
Do you have any idea the emotional damage that this causes to somebody that age? They're going to have to live the rest of their lives knowing what happened to them. Have you ever had to sit in a corner with somebody while they scratched their skin off because they couldn't deal with how they felt?
You're going to jail.
I'm not doing nothing illegal, bro.
Yeah, you are. Actually, you are.
Okay, I hope I go to jail, bro. They better have good T-bone steaks, bro.
What do they do?
Yeah. Bro, if I wasn't rolling this camera, I can promise you wouldn't be giving me that attitude.
A real kid, it wasn't a real kid. I was trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy. And then
How much money do you want?
You trying to bribe me? You know that's another crime, right? On top of what you came here to do?
Okay.
That's bribery. Just answer the question, man.
Are you not going to talk to us?
I'm going to call the cops, you fuckboy.
You would have sex with them, right? I mean,
No.
no, you did. True.
I want.
So that's how they got you. How much time did you spend? Huh? How much time did you spend?
5 years.
5 years.
So that's why I kind of knew that I was getting myself into a trap.
What, men meeting minors for sex?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what you were doing right now.
What, mean minors? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I wasn't here for that. But
I actually want to report a situation that I was doing online.
Sorry.
And
I'm Emmy.
Oh, you Amy?
I'm Emmy, yeah.
Okay.
So now you know where we going, right? Now it's a good one, right? I just want to know, quick conversation. I'm not here to fight you or anything.
Okay.
I'm not here for none of that.
Okay.
I just want to know what's going inside your head.
are you gonna get help for this?
I had not thought about it.
Talking to you because, truthfully, the police are on their way.
I'm fine.
They're on their way.
Good.
You have tried to get two little girls from a whole nother country.
Because you're gonna go from your jail. I'm gonna get raped and murdered. Oh. You should have thought about that, man.
Do you know where Red Lobster is by any chance? You don't know? Okay. I just want to let you know that we have your plate number. I'm with an organization that catches people that try to meet minors for illegitimate activities. You know why I'm here. I'm not going to hold you against your will. We do have your plate number. We already had somebody run it.
And like I said, when you're done with that, you give me a thumbs up. We'll both stand up. You want to talk no more?
Excuse me, everybody! This man is here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, no. They're talking to me about stuff in Fort Smith.
Oh, he invited a 13-year-old girl to his work to have sex with her and has child porn that he received.
There wasn't no porn.
Okay.
No, y'all, hold on. Y'all stay right there.
He's also a sex
am I in
offender on the
trouble?
run.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want the hotel to call the police either.
I didn't know you were that young.
What young?
I didn't know that you were that young.
How old did you think I was?
18? Legal to be on there?
I thought I was 18.
Not 2 hours.
Well, it's a couple hour drive from here.
I came here to have a conversation with a bike and figure out if the bike liked me.
By having her have a choice in what she wanted to do.
Like what?
Like on her career-wise.
Roger, I just want to chat with you, Roger. Roger, I'm not going to do nothing, I promise. I'm going to call the police, Roger.
And this is being recorded for my safety and yours. What are you doing here? Said I'm a part of an undercover sting operation that got just. What are you doing here?
I saw you. I'm like, oh wow.
So you don't think someone who said
No, because
on a
I didn't
hookup
think
app
the
is
app.
serious?
No,
Why
I've
wouldn't
never.
that be serious?
I've been on this app. I've never.
I couldn't say specifically, but
Yeah, because
it's kind of like a gradual thing.
okay. So it was first like a baby step 15 years ago, and then it just kind of led to stuff like this happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got serious after you said no.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you're a pedophile. Come here real quick.
You say you don't.
Let me tell him to tell everybody you're a pedophile, G. You working at
Charlie what?
Carol.
What are we doing here, Charlie?
I'm in Walmart shopping.
Would I hit that 14, 15-year-old?
No.
But it ain't gonna be like that.
You have to understand.
I don't think so, because I've never done this before, to be honest.
You were gonna the kid. You don't think this is a problem?
I understand that I've never really done this before. It's more like curiosity for me as well.
Curiosity.
I said, wait, I'm not ready yet. I need to shower. You said, how long will it take?
Nothing.
All right.
Okay, and I don't fuck with all fucking meth heads. Can't even get fucking hard and shit, and fucking no. So no.
Because I don't deal with cops. I've never been. I don't have a record. I don't have nothing. So I don't know why there's cops pulling up here.
Roger! Shame on you, Roger! Shame on you! I will take this to the police! Shame.
Double the age of 21. You're 42.
So I can't talk to anybody that's 18 or 19?
All right.
Please give me another chance.
What would you?
Chance. I can get better. If you could please not ruin my life more than it is right now.
Dude, you're already on
55.
Like you're gonna.
That you're gonna get in trouble. That you're gonna get arrested for threatening me.
Do it. I'm not
How
threatening
many
you with
threats
anything.
have you made? You
Why
threatened
do
to
you
kill me. You threatened to kill me 18 times already. Go away.
Buddy.
No, I'm a little bit more.
Peep in the shower. That's literally a peeping Tom.
No, I didn't peep. I didn't.
You asked.
That's what you're asking.
You asked if you could peep.
People tell me that.
I'm serious. I just now got my iCloud back after a month because somebody hacked into my iCloud and somebody hacked into my Facebook account.
Have a talk, Todd. Turn the car off, Todd. You know what you're here for. So, do you want your meeting here, someone? Okay. He took off.
Said 14.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just here to talk.
That. Really?
Really?
That's not what the text said, guy.
Yeah, that's what they say.
15-year-old. You're meeting a 15-year-old. I got the chat logs right here, bud. Here, I got you. Give me 1 second. Oh, hold on. Where you going, bud?
You're trying to make me cry, dude. That's what you're trying to make me do. Fucking make me. I feel uncomfortable, motherfucker, because this is my house.
Hey.
Trying to make some money by throwing some tarot cards into a software piece and trying to teach people that way. And I.
Roger! Shame on you, Roger! She's only 15 years old, Roger!
Huh? That hurts my feelings. I know you're trying to joke around. This is not funny.
What's going to happen when your PO finds out about this?
My PO is not going to find out.
Oh, trust me. Hey, you know how many arrests we have here?
What did you say before?
I took pictures offline.
Of what?
Yeah.
So you went online and sent pictures to a child?
Because she wouldn't leave me alone.
She wouldn't leave you?
So I don't know what happened, dude. Yeah, I don't know who did that, bro. People have done that to me in the past. I want to go home.
And watch how good Thomas looks in a fresh new pair of handcuffs.
So why are you meeting up here with a 14-year-old, Chase?
Watch cartoons, man.
Huh?
Watching cartoons, man.
You want to watch cartoons?
Yes.
Text me.
This isn't your first time, though, correct?
Yeah, it is really. It is really honest.
Do you watch?
Hi! Hi! I don't have so many friends here.
I don't. I just 3 months now I am here. It's the first time I'm just going out actually. I don't know the places here.
But you're on 2.
Sorry, being a predator. Sorry, being a predator.
This is what happened.
I'm actually gonna do it.
But you said it though, right?
I did, but I wasn't actually gonna do it. I know that for a
But
fact.
you're here right now, so that means.
You're not getting the whole thing I'm trying to say. I'll repeat myself again. It's all part of the whole plot, the whole scam.
So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
I did.
But you're still talking.
No, I'm not.
This is not you?
No. I blocked the number.
But
I swear to God.
So wait, so.
Girlfriend. Who are you texting? My girlfriend. Oh, my decoy number? No. Your girlfriend? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Decide to meet at 14.
I'm going to meet them later. I literally was just going to meet the kid and say hi.
Yeah, that's not. If you were just gonna do that, why did you?
Hey, talk to me or you can talk to the cops.
Hey! Talk to me or you call.
Oral sex.
And then what did you say after you said that?
And I'll
said, if you're comfortable, what?
We could kiss, cuddle, and we could try other things if you're comfortable.
You said maybe.
This is literally the only time I've done this shit. Like, literally, I've never invited a minor to my house, ever. I've never done anything with a minor.
So
never done anything.
tell me what changed.
It's someone that I thought was the police.
Okay. Okay, why?
I didn't think she was 13.
Okay.
So what do you want me to say? Like,
I want you to be honest with me.
Okay, I came outside to smoke a blunt, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was it. The talking shit, I knew where that was coming from because that happened to a friend before. So yeah, I went along with it, you know.
So you went along with.
I love Cedar Dean.
You love Skeeter Dean,
I
huh?
love Cedar Dean. I like how he does the whole Chris Hansen thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched.
Do you think that he would love you right now?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
And I have a screen recording proving it. Okay? Even if you removed it, you realize that stuff never goes away. Ever. Ever. It never goes away, dude. It's tied to you. Okay?
So what is the problem?
What is the problem? What is it doing today? Is it illegal or legal?
I'm not actually. It's legal because
It's legal? So if we was to call the cops, what would they tell us, Leilani?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay.
I don't even remember that day.
Okay.
I work a lot and I get tired.
What do you do for work?
Yup.
And I want to know why this 13-year-old comes out.
Absolutely, I agree here. Do you wanna?
Hello everyone, it's Bryden here. I came across this video in my archives this morning and I just wanted to share it with you. The issue of human trafficking has been blowing up lately due to the release of the movie Sound of Freedom. I'd like to tell you that it's not just overseas and in inner cities that we see this horrific crime. It's right in each and every one of our neighborhoods, in our backyards, and pretty much is in our face even though we may not realize it. The video here features Sheriff Swanson. He's the head of the Genesee County Human Oppression Strike Team, or GHOST for short. He's one of my favorite sheriffs, and he's on par with the legendary Grady Judd. This video is from last winter, and the victim in this video is 20 years old, but the latest statistics from the Department of Justice show that 50% of identified girl victims are aged between 15 and 17, whereas about 40% of trafficked boys are under 12 years of age. Well, with that being said, let's just sit back and try to relax and try to enjoy the video.
These are the kinds of things that happen in Genesee County, they happen in Flint, they happen in Michigan, they happen around the country. People that have teeth, that are filed down to points, that are threatening to rip out the throat of victims. It happens. And that's the case I'm going to tell you about right here. I'm going to take you through actually the whole process because I want you to be aware that grooming started this tragedy, and then it led into being barricaded in the house. It led into multiple sexual assaults over a 3-week period of time by this guy right there. Michael Barajas, a 36-year-old male that filed his teeth down to points. Here's what happened. On the week of Thanksgiving, 2022, a 20-year-old victim who was kicked out of her house, was walking on the street, had not had a shower or had hygiene in several days. A vehicle pulls up, sees the vulnerability, and offers a shower, food, warmth, and she accepts. Gets into a house very similar to this. And as soon as she walks in, she's now barricaded. And I tell you what they did. They locked her in a door in a room after they tied her to the bed. We've got the rope, we've got the bed, and then we got these kinds of locks. These locks right here, with the lock on the outside, this is the kind of room that she was housed in until she was rescued on the 8th of December this year. In fact, even if she wanted to get out, let me tell you what happened. Not only locked the doors, but check this out. They said she couldn't. They screwed the windows shut. They screwed them shut so you couldn't even get out of the windows. Because this guy used this opportunity to not only sexual assault, but have people come over and traffic her as she was tied forcibly to the bed while they assaulted. And we're talking multiple suspects, which is why this is still an open investigation. But as this happened the week of Thanksgiving, and she was barricaded in a house, she was trapped, she not only tried to escape once, not only just twice. It took 3 times for her to try to escape. The first one, she ran out of an open door at the time of an exchange. They chased her down. They shot at her and dragged her back in the car. The second time, she actually ran away and they dragged her back. The third time was because of a medical emergency, and it wasn't for the fact that Hurley Hospital, once again, in all our hospitals, we have SANE nurses. They recognized this, and she gave a statement, and Ghost was deployed on the 8th of December, which was just last week, and he was arrested. It gets worse. If it can't get any worse, it gets worse. Our victim had a medical emergency where she was carrying a baby. Our victim has been traumatized. We have aftercare that's being developed for this victim. The whole scenario was so bizarre because Barajas threatened that if she didn't do everything that he told her to do, that he would bite her neck and rip out her throat. I know this is crude and I know it's disturbing, but I tell you these details because I want it to settle in that Ghost is here to find people like this, hold them accountable. That what we see doesn't happen in one other state or in that country. It happens right here. But also it started with grooming. And grooming is part of this whole process. It started identifying somebody who's vulnerable. It started by identifying what the need was. They fill the need, and then that's when they trap them in. In fact, there's a fantasy that Barajas did. He made this victim, an adult victim, write a letter, write a note, and describe him as daddy. And we've seen this with other ghost investigations, and I don't want to get for the sake of evidence, but there's statements in the letter that was handwritten, forced to be written by Barajas, describing him as her daddy, a 36-year-old male that was trafficking her out. That is not a relationship. That is not something that people need to be in. That is a complete violation of one's innocence, and certainly is what Ghost dives into to find. I mean, these are these extreme cases that I want to bring you. Barajas was arrested. The sheriff's office and Ghost team members raided the house. As soon as we got the information from Deputy Sturza, we were able to assign Ghost team. Detective Walker is the detective that was assigned. We arrested Barajas in the hotel, in the room that he was at. He came out, hands up. He's now in jail. Prosecutor Layton, when we took the case to him, it charged with CSC, it charged with kidnapping, charged with home invasion, charged with CSC won multiple counts. The amount of charges, the felonies that we stacked on him, allowed him to be charged, and also he's in jail on a $250,000 plus cash bond. So he's in jail now. But these multiple count felony warrants they don't even touch what happened to this poor victim. And so I say this to you, we are still actively looking into this case. We know that this guy with those teeth and that guy that matches the description that is under arrest, there's more out there because people came to that location and they started what they thought was going to be a victim that may never have a voice. But we gave her a voice because of the bravery that the Hurley Hospital staff and this victim did to come forward and tell the story. It's bizarre. This guy, he's a monster. And if you look at the teeth that are filed down and the threats of ripping out a throat, then I will say no more. But I bring this story to you because I want you to take advantage of knowing what ghost is and why we're there and the grooming process and be educated. When you see somebody walking or you see an interaction, call 911. If you see something, report it. Make sure that we're there. Make sure another police agency is doing it because this girl tried to escape and it didn't happen. And that's why I'm telling you the story. It's houses like this and other houses around that we need to be aware of, but it's not just here. It's everywhere. And so I bring this to you for that reason only. Again, I know it's disturbing. Have conversations about this case. Talk about it. We'll continue to follow through with other suspects that we have. If you have information of anybody that was associated with that guy, then you call 911, you call the sheriff's office, and we'll follow up leads. We're doing our forensic investigations now. The victim is in aftercare. She's being well cared for, and we're going to push this case forward. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Share the message, and I'll see you next time.
Wouldn't it be great if every county had a sheriff like Swanson? Sadly, though, he's the only sheriff in the state of Michigan who has a strike team specifically for this type of crime. I would encourage all of you to reach out to your local or state government and try to push for more organizations like this. If we all stand and work together, then we will get something done and we will make a difference.
Now get in there!
One for a rainbow, one for Amanda.
Who you playing with, sweetie?
Amanda.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Amanda. I'm 6, and I love unicorns.
Sexual predators are seeking kids online.
We don't know Amanda.
Learn how to report abuse at end-violence.org/protect.
When a child experiences trauma, they can be stripped of their ability to imagine. But imagination is colors. All the colors. Imagination is freedom. And whatever you want it to be. But a child without imagination is not a child at all. Will you help defend our right to imagine?